When looking into Haney versus Garcia, we're going to start out on the side of Ryan Garcia. The key for him in this matchup is to use forward pressure and back Devin Haney up against the ropes. Even though Lomachenko switches stances and Garcia is mainly an orthodox fighter with a powerful right hand and a signature lead left hook, he can make Devin Haney uncomfortable by backing him up against the ropes. We've seen him use evasive movements and be able to move to that outside angle of the same stance opposition to open up a pathway for the right hand. He has a very good 1-2, but obviously the 1-2 punctuated with the signature left hook or the hook off the jab, or potentially just catching the opponent stepping in with the lead hook are going to be his best pathways to victory. It's not going to be a winning a decision style of fight for Garcia. He has to get in the face of the much cleaner, more methodical, and more technical boxer in Devin Haney. Get on the inside, rough him up, push him up against the ropes, land shots to the body, land the overhand right, look for lead shots to the body, uppercuts, rear uppercuts, and overhand rights off the rear side angle to the outside of the jab of the much cleaner boxer in Haney. The 1-2 from Garcia, like I said, is very, very polished, but we don't see him use it that often. When it comes to Devin Haney in this matchup, like I said, he's the much cleaner, much more methodical, and much more polished technician. He's going to be using his jab, pumping the jab with doubles or triples, and then chambering the jab into the check left hook and following up with the rear right hand. If anybody's going to switch southpaw in this fight, I feel like it would probably be Ryan Garcia, because if Devin Haney switches southpaw, he's going to be right in the line of fire for that outside foot positioning and getting countered with the left hook of Ryan Garcia. That's not something that Haney wants, so I feel like if anything, it's going to be Garcia who walks forward and changes stances. But if we get an orthodox versus orthodox fight like we're expecting, Haney's going to use his jab, he's going to measure with the jab to set up the right hand and follow up with the lead left hook. Haney has gone up against oppositions with very powerful left hooks such as Jorge Linares, who's also an orthodox fighter. Haney likes to slip and roll or counter back with left hooks to the body or left hooks to the head. The only bad thing I see, which could cost him in this matchup against Garcia, is sometimes he'll get into exchanges or shootouts and throw the left hook at the same time as his opposition, or wait for a counter and then counter back with the same shot. If he gets 1 centimeter or 1 inch out of position and counters with the left hook at the same time as Garcia's is probably going to get there quicker, and it's going to have a much more damaging effect on Haney than Haney's would on Ryan. The lead hand of Haney is very educated as well, as we already discussed though, with using it to measure, using it to set up rear uppercuts or the straight right hand, or even exiting with the jab to circle away from the opposition's power or to get out of a corner. Using the jab to measure, pumping the jab to feint to the rear right uppercut, or just throwing a solid 1-2, or even using the lead shoulder roll to come back with the counter right hand, are all ways in which Haney can stay defensively responsible while walking his opposition into his power.